Black and White Network fans, we are back with another video, and we're going to be talking about Elon Musk and the left. Because you guys know that Elon Musk, he doesn't seem to be on board with the leftist agenda. He is not on board with Joe Biden's Build Back Worse bill. And these leftist politicians, you know, they're not fans of his whatsoever. He's gotten into it with Elizabeth Warren, and Elizabeth Warren has called Elon Musk to pay taxes, accusing him of not paying taxes, even though Elon Musk is on pace to pay something like 12 billion, would it be, dollars in taxes. Okay. These socialists, man, they really do not like Elon Musk. However, a candidate for the Arizona Senate, a Republican, did something that kind of triggered the leftists over there on Twitter, because he was talking about Elizabeth Warren, Nancy Pelosi, all these people trading stocks, getting rich, by the way. And he referred to Elon Musk as, quote, an African American. And boy, these leftists on Twitter, they got triggered by that. So let's go ahead. Let's look at this, guys. Arizona Republican calls Elon Musk America's richest African American. And you know what, guys? I'll go one step further. He is not only the richest African American, he is the richest man in the world. The richest man in the world is an African American. In case you guys don't know what Elon Musk looks like or been living under a rock, this is Elon Musk right here on the right. Yes, he's a white man. Okay, he is a white man from South Africa. Now, I'm going to play this clip here, and he's on with Tucker Carlson here, and the leftist, after he addresses Elon Musk as an African American, because he is. Elon Musk is born in South Africa. He has South African citizenship. Elon Musk is more African American than me, but I'll dive into that in a little bit more. Let's play a little bit of this clip here, guys, and you'll see what he says.
If you're Nancy Pelosi and you're already one of the richest people in the country and you're Speaker of the House at the age of 81, what's kind of the point? I mean, why wouldn't she just stop doing this voluntarily? What does that tell us about her?
Well, it tells us that she's really corrupt. And unfortunately, the problem goes so far deeper, right? It's not just Pelosi.
No,
it's
you're
so
right.
many left-wing Democrats. They're corrupt and they're hypocritical, so much so that there are terms for this, right? Champagne socialist, limousine liberal. Look at Elizabeth Warren, who's in the news this week for attacking our country's richest African-American entrepreneur, a successful businessman who's on track to pay $12 billion in taxes this year.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Elon Musk, of course. And Elon has done more this week for America than Elizabeth Warren will do in her lifetime. And she has the nerve to criticize him. So I'm just sick and tired of this. And if you're sick and tired of it, if you're watching at home, you're sick and tired of the corruption in D.C., help send me into the U.S. Senate.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. You saw even Tucker Carlson got a laugh about that, but it didn't stop the leftists from attacking Elon Musk's nationality on TV. So here we go. So it says here, one Twitter user commented, quote, the persistence of systemic colonial racism pleases Tucker greatly, because he laughed about that. Even I chuckled about that, folks. Somebody added, quote, you called Musk an African American, huh? He was born in South Africa. That does not make him an African American. Which garnered the reply, born in Africa and moved to America. That makes him an African American. That's how it works. Now, guys, if you are born in America, guess what? And talking about the United States here, you are an American. That's just the way it works. Okay? Elon Musk, born in Africa, makes him an African, okay? Now, there is, I don't know what it is about the continent of Africa, man, but people tend to think that there's nothing but, you know, like West Africans throughout the whole entire continent. Guess what, guys? Have you seen North Africans? They look nothing like the sub-Saharan Africans, especially on the West Coast. And if you want to get even more technical about it too, The West Coast Africans, like around Nigeria, they don't look anything like the Somalians. I mean, the Somalians look significantly different than the West Africans. Okay. But also in South Africa, there's white people too. That's white people in Africa, folks. Shocker. Shocker there. So Elon Musk is an African American. That's why I never call myself an African American. African American came up in the 80s. Before then, black people never referred to themselves as African Americans here in the United States. We were just called black. Okay. But Elon Musk, born in Africa, he's an African. Same with Charlize Theron. Charlize Theron, also from South Africa. She's an African American. You want to know who is not an African American? Clint Capella, for example, if you follow sports, plays in the NBA. Clint Capella he's not even African. He's of African descent, but he's from Switzerland. So he's a European basketball player. Okay? Just like Giannis. I don't think that Giannis, for the Milwaukee Bucks, I could be wrong. I don't think he's a citizen of this country. But I could be wrong. But we know one thing. He's Greek. He is a European basketball player. Okay? Who just so happens to be black. But for this person to say that Elon Musk is not an African American just because he's white is utterly ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. He is, and also, by the way, folks, he's Canadian too. He holds citizenship in South Africa, the United States, and Canada. So, I don't know what it is about these leftists, man. They really think that only black people are in Africa. They're wrong. They're wrong. They're completely wrong. North Africans have a bunch of Middle East looking people. Sub-Saharan Western Africa is going to be your black people. But you do have white people throughout Africa as well. And they are citizens of some of these countries, which makes them Africans. That's just the way it is. Just like when you look at Russia, for example, people think of Russia as nothing but white people. Okay. But most of it is in Europe. Okay. But a lot of it is in Asia. So a lot of these Russians, guess what? They're Asians because that's where the continent is. Okay. And if you want to get more specific to certain countries, okay, like if you look up Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's called an Austrian American. Why? Because he was born in Austria and then he moved to America, got citizenship here. That is why he is referred to as an Austrian American. But I thought this was kind of funny, guys, because Blake Masters is right. Elon Musk is an African American, and that's just the way it is. But he has now triggered the leftists over there on Twitter. But guys, what do you think of this? What do you guys think of Blake Masters referring to Elon Musk as an African American? I knew this for the longest time. I believe I've said it before in other videos talking about Charlize Theron, that she is an African American. She is from South Africa. She has citizenship over there as well as here. So she has dual citizenship. She is an African American. And by the way, folks, I don't have citizenship anywhere but here in the United States. That is why I always refer to myself as a black American and not an African American. No citizenship whatsoever to any country in Africa. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.